Hi, I'm John.
Hi, I'm Susan.
Today we have an exclusive interview with the author of The Help, Eugenie Fallon. We'll be back with you after the break.
Here on his day off, he shows you the secret of Major League pitching with the original wiffle ball. It's the ball with the holes on one side. You throw it just like a baseball. It curves, and it's so safe. You can bat or throw it anywhere, indoors or out. Here, Whitey shows you how to throw curves immediately, just like a major leaguer, with the fabulous original wiffle ball. Use an overhand delivery with all the wiffle holes on the left, and your pitch will curve to the left. Throw the wiffle ball with the holes on the right for a breaking curve right. For a curving upshoot, deliver sidearm with the wiffle holes on the top. For a major league drop, pitch sidearm with the holes on the bottom. It's that simple. Watch Jimmy curve the ball. Johnny's learned too. So pitch and bat like a big leaguer with the original wiffle ball and bat. Get wiffle paddywhackers too.
We're all wondering what inspired you to write this novel. Well, I wrote it because my original intention was to get the interest of New York publicist Elaine Stain. But upon hearing stories from my friends' maids, I knew that they needed to be heard. They were being treated unjustly.
Well, there you have it, viewers. We'll discuss further after the break.
RAL Poultry Feed. Chapo here loves it. He roasts them up nice and strong. He loves it. Bar Poultry Feed helps your chickens produce fresh, grade A eggs. Some may even say that they eat better than you.
Welcome back, everybody. We're back with Skeeter and her #1 best-selling book, The Help.
Can you tell us about the main character, Aibileen? She seemed to be pretty prominent in the book.
Aibileen is a dear friend of mine who has taught me how to escape prejudice throughout Jackson. Many children are brought up by women of color, and they form bonds with them, but then once they get older, they end up like their parents.
Why do you think that everyone should know the stories of these maids?
When I met Aibileen, I realized that each maid has a story that hasn't been told. Each maid has a different experience in life, and they should be told. At some point in their life, they deal with sadness, anger, and so much more during their life as a maid. You continue to mention that the maids have their own experiences. Can you give us some examples? Sure. For example, Aibileen has been taking care of white children for many years. She told in her stories that she has taken care of 17 white children. She considered them her children, but she had a rule to follow: to leave them before they grew too old and start anew with a different family. She didn't want to see them because they're parents. She didn't want to have them look at her as a friend or a mother figure. But raising each child wasn't easy. She had to watch each one be punished by their parents, and she wasn't able to do anything but watch. I see, and because of this, you felt that writing a book about different maids' stories was the right thing to do? I do think that writing the stories was the right thing to do, and I have no regrets about what I wrote. It needed to be brought into the light about what these maids go through. The maids that raise our children, the maids we once considered our friends, are now someone who won't even let us use our own bathroom. They shouldn't fear their lives simply because they decided to speak out and wish to be treated as a normal human being. Just because our skin colors are different, it doesn't mean that we're different. We're all people who have a story that needs to be told, an experience that others need to hear about.
Well, there you have it, viewers. We'll discuss further after the break.
On ground!
Everybody hurts sometimes.
If you would have had Life Alert, you would have lived. Next time, get Life Alert and press this button. See what would have happened when you have Life Alert.
What's one thing that gave you the courage to publish this book?
I got the courage to publish it was when I began to get more and more maids. Their stories of the treatment they got was too much. I knew this would be the only chance I would get to bring the stories to light. I knew we probably wouldn't have many people to agree with what I think needs to be changed, or read the books in general, but that doesn't mean I couldn't try to have people see our standpoint in this whole ordeal with the maids.
I couldn't agree more with you, Mrs. Eugenia. But that about wraps it up with our time talking about the help. What?
You suck.
Why didn't she go? She didn't say 3
You
kills.
cannot get up by yourself.
Hey!
Josh, pay attention to the project. That's going to the blooper.
Get on the ground! On the ground! On the ground! On the ground! I'm John.
Hi, I'm Sue Ann, and we're gonna.
I'm John.
Hi, I'm Susan, and we have a special interview here today with Eugenia.
From where?
Okay, tell me when you're going.
What honestly are you doing? Get on the ground! There's no life alert. I thought life alert was supposed to come.